Hey YouTubers, how's everything going today? It is none other than I, the Little Dragon, D Heller 777. Having a fit with that mirror again. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm out for a little ride on the old .32-year-old Yamaha XJ650 Maxim. Gotta ride it once in a while just to keep things moving and going right. So, let's go this way. It's just a beautiful morning, about 10 o'clock. I feel like I got some water in my gas. Huh. I just got gas the other day. Every once in a while, I need to run a cap or two of seafoam through the tank. Get rid of any excess moisture and do what it needs to do to the carburetors. Definitely a little miss there. So, what have I been up to? Not a whole lot. Been still acclimating to being unemployed. That being said, I had a company call me, I guess it was Monday of this week, telling me that they had seen one of my job profiles out on the internet and that they thought I was just the candidate for a job that they had open. Only problem, well, not the only problem, but a big problem is it was a second shift position. Now, I spent 11 years on second shift when my kids were in their formative years growing up. And it was probably the biggest mistake of my life. I didn't get to be with them when they needed me the most as a father. So, even though I'm well through that and my kids are old enough that their kids may have kids pretty soon, I don't want to go back to second shift. The job is from 2 in the afternoon till about 10:45, 11 o'clock at night. Really, really, really a rotten shift. Like I said, I spent 11 years doing the 3:30 to midnight deal. Yeah. I mean, if you're single or you don't have a family or something like that, you know, that can be a different story. But I had 2 kids at the time, and it was not the wisest thing. But it was where God wanted me to be, I'm sure, and it took care of my family for a long time until I finally got on day shift 11 years later. So, anyway, these folks said they were interested in me, and they were sure I qualified for this second shift position. I sent them back a reply, thank you for your interest, but I'm primarily interested if I go back to work, which is a really big F. since I am semi-retired. I'm 62. I'm old enough to start collecting my Social Security with a big 25% ding in that, but I was thinking I probably would not have to start collecting for another year, and then start collecting at 63, which put me, instead of 25%, it's like 18% ding. I'm kind of getting used to being home with the better half. As you notice, she's not on the back of the Yamaha, even though this seat is much more comfortable than the Sportster. The Sundowner seat I've got on the Sportster. She doesn't like riding this anymore because she likes the backrest for her back on the Sporty, and I don't blame her because I've got two bulged vertebrae, L4 and L5, in my back, and I know at times, what a mess. Look at all this mud on this road. It can cause you a lot of heartache. So, flying solo today. Feels strange. I still have my co-pilot with me. I'll always have him with me. So that's where I'm at. I mean, I've got people wanting to hire me. But like I said, no. I mean, being with my wife, especially during those times of the day and evening, is much more important to me. And after 32 years more than 32 years, almost 32 and a half years at the job that I just got laid off or let go, fired, whatever you want to call it, my position was eliminated because you guys all know I thought the plant was eventually closing in the next 2 years. By 2016, all the people are supposed to be gone. All of our stuff transferred over to France. A French company bought us, all of our procedures and everything. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Got a little shortage on a highway here. It's going to get windy. That's why I would like to have that 6th gear, and I don't have it. Anyway, I don't know if you can still hear me or not. I'll continue my conversation. I'm going to get off at this exit right up here. Need to turn my scene on. Back to my story. Anyway, I sent that company back a email telling them that I was very grateful that they found interest in me at my age, but I wasn't interested if I couldn't work a day shift position. I want that 6th gear so bad. I gotta quit staying up. A part-time job would be a nice gig. You know, I could see me doing 3-4 hours a day somewhere, you know, and still having plenty of time to come home and do things with my wife, you know. Get into the old folks' way of doing things, you know. Run around outside, cut the grass, go around in the garden, things around the house, jump on the Harley, go ride with a bunch of hogs, come back home, you know, at our leisure. Can't even talk. Leisure sounds so much better than getting up and going to work every day. But then reality sets in, and you have to figure, I've got to pay the bills. I got a motorcycle payment, $30 things like that, you know. But you have to have enough money to get by. You know, insurance is the biggie, you know. I think it is in most American lives now, with this Affordable Care Act that Congress passed. I don't know how affordable it's going to be, but I'm going to have to find out pretty soon, I guess. So that's what I've been doing. Not a whole lot. Ah, there's a policeman up here. He's shooting me. He's a motorcycle cop shooting me with a radar. Me? Gave him a wave. Did you see that, folks? Laser. I don't have a laser detector. I don't have any detector. But that's a regular speed trap over that hill. They are there all the time. I used to travel it. I traveled it every day for 33 years, going back and forth to work. And they are there, and they mean 40 miles an hour. That little jaunt where I came over that hill, for about a quarter of a mile, half a mile, it changes to 55. Then as you right as you crest the top of that hill, it changes back to 40. And brother, you better be doing 40 when you hit that. I thought he wanted me, but he didn't. And it is a good thing. My wife would have a fit. I got a ticket. But I was doing 40. I just happened to look at my speedometer. I was doing about 40 yapping, so. But he'd stepped right out in front of me. I thought, oh, Lord. He's waving at me. I didn't see it. The other car, I guess the other car was in a hurry, and he was moving down on the left side of the lane, so he's paying some money for that. So this brings back a video I did not long ago about street sensors. Now this one will, because it's a left turn signal on a busy street, it just goes, you know, it's timed out. But old Viper 6, my buddy up in Canada, he was telling me, and he showed me, they have, I don't know, infrared sensors or something like that that sense you when you come up to the stoplight, which is really cool. I can see where that would cost some money that I know this city would not be willing to pay. So, I digressed. I'm sorry about that, but I digress a lot when you get to be my age. If you can keep a straight thought in your head for more than a minute, you're just having a good day. It's hell growing old, but I'm enjoying it, you know. It's all it's cracked up to be. Arthritis, bad knees from running all those years, bad backs, you know, not to mention you all know my fight with cancer. Grown old, it's something. I mean, I really, really am blessed every day that I wake up and I get out of bed and hold on to my back because it hurts so bad. I am thankful. I thank my Lord every day. He's so good to me. He's so good. Anyway, I got to be back home for that interview at 3. I think I'm going to go by the company. It's a local company here. And see what the deal is. I sent the lady back, like I said, an email saying, I don't want to waste your time. But I'm looking for, I'm not looking, but I said I would only accept the day shift position, you know, whether it be part-time, which would be better, or full-time, or no time. It doesn't matter to me. It did at first, when I first lost my job, but not anymore. So, got to do that at 3. It must be. If I was Gonna hazard a guess. Let me wave to this guy. Haha, I gotta wave back. If I was gonna hazard a guess, I would say it's probably 10:30, quarter to 11. Yeah, another radar trap on this road. They like to sit down at the bottom of this hill. You top this hill, it's 35. And they mean 35. 30 through this little turn here. Then it goes back to 35. It's such a sharp turn. I better hold on 2 hands to handle this. Oh my goodness, tail of the dragon. Let me get my knee off. Okay. So that's what I got to do. Got to be back. Got to be cleaned up. I'm going to run up there unless I get an email back from where I got to check my email saying, get the hell out of here. You ain't getting no day shift job, you bum. Then I'll send an email back saying, I hope you have a nice day too, sweetie. And I'll be done with it. So, I don't like dressing up for stuff anyway. I think the last interview I did was, there he is right there. What'd I tell you? Speed trap. Cool. I knew he'd be there. That's 2. KCPD out for the money today. Ride with care. Oh, please see me. I can smell that McDonald's from here. Another wave, 2 waves, 2 speed traps, 40 miles an hour. Let's get right there. So I don't like to be hurried on a ride. You know, I like to just get on and just go wherever the bike wants to go, wherever it leads me to. I don't like to be hurried on a ride, but today I'm hurried because I got to get back, clean up, do all that crap-holy. While I got you guys, if you're still listening, got to have a couple shout-outs here. Wouldn't be right. I want to give one again to one of my best buddies. My wife and I kind of consider him a long-lost son, so to speak. And we hold him in esteem in our hearts. And he's none other than R1 Chronicles. I know you're all familiar with his name, his videos. If you haven't gone to his site, you're missing what motovlogging's all about. You go out there, go through his videos, and he's got a ton of them. I mean, he's does some great photography. He knows what he's doing. He's an excellent technical rider. He said, I've been riding 45 years, and I watch his riding, and I say, I used to be able to do that when I was 20. You know, and he's not the kind of guy that scrapes a knee going through the turns or anything like that. Although he very well could. He has that much expertise. You just know from watching his riding that he's very, very experienced, and he knows what he's talking about. Some of his videos, like the video I saw today, where he's riding through the Rockies up in Canada, are just beautiful, beautiful. The scenery is just mind-boggling. And I'm from Colorado, and I grew up in Denver, and I know what the mountains are like, riding through the mountains. And some of the best video footage that you'll ever want to see. So check my buddy out. Scott, that shout out's for you, buddy. You ride safe, my friend. Be good, my son. Okay. There's another guy that lives up there in Canada. Goes by the name of Viper 6. That, I think it's 006, 006. I call him Viper 6. It is what it is one of his favorite sayings. The man has good videos. He's a good moto vlogger. He's a good man. You guys check him out too. So that's two of my friends north of the border there that you ought to take a look at. Ah, Quick Trip. Not enough gas pumps. They had like 15 there. Now they got like 26 gas pumps in a row. It's crazy. And gas being so affordable at $3.55 a gallon for the 87 octane. It's about $3.75 to $4 for the 91 to 93 octane that you can find here in the Midwest. Most of it's 91. You really got to be careful, though. I do, because I don't like putting ethanol in my bikes. So I've got a few stations that I go to. The one at the top of the corner from my house, a half a block from my house, started putting ethanol in their gas. I noticed the sticker the other day, 10% or more ethanol. So I no longer go there with my bikes. So the old beauty here, Black Beauty here, Beauty is, I call her, even though she's got a lot of marks and pit marks and rust and tarnish, she's still a beauty to me. She runs real contented on 87 octane. That's what she called for back in 1982. She runs pretty good on that. Every once in a while I give her a little treat. Put some 91 in there. Now the Harley, it likes 91 or better. It don't like, you know, factory tells you 91 or better, and it don't like it less than that on octane. So that's what she gets. She got a little more expensive diet, but she has a lot more money. So oh boy. What a beautiful day. Yamaha dealer. I ought to pull in there and see what kind of bikes they have for sale. Pull in there and people look at me. What the hell are you riding? I'm on a Yamaha. What does it look like? I went in there for service about a year ago. I can't remember what I wanted them to do. Might have been put a rear brake on this since it's got drum brakes and shaft drive. It's quite a job. They told me that they don't do 32-year-old bikes. I said, okay. I said, you realize it's a Yamaha? Don't matter. So, I found another little shop. Just a little hole-in-the-wall place with a bunch of old hippie mechanics like me that grew up in the 60s. That work on vintage motorcycles, and that's where I take her now. She's getting ready to go in. I bought another front wheel for her. This one's got a little bend where one of my friends that was riding it bumped into a curb, and on the edge of the rim put a nice little bend in there. Everybody's told me that's looked at it, you know, the tire, it's not going to cause the tire to come out or lose air or anything. And they're right. I've put a lot of miles on it and it hasn't. But it probably needs to be replaced. The worst thing about that is I bought another wheel for it, but finding a 32-year-old wheel without a bunch of rust on it and everything else is just next to impossible. So I can put the 32-year-old wheel on there with a bunch of rust that I can't really get off. It doesn't look as good as the wheel I got on there. Or I can keep this one on there. I haven't made up my mind yet. But it needs that, and it needs another rotor because I think this rotor's warped. You hear that squeal a little bit. Hear that? I'm trying to let you guys hear that. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That is the front rotor. So I've got a wheel. Let's see, don't have a rotor yet, but I can get one. They're not too difficult, but you got to have to have it turned as soon as you get it because they're 32 years old and they're rusty as hell. So I need to do that and replace the choke cable. Needs replacing, and I've already got the extra cable and the extra wheel, so it's just a matter of getting it to shop and having them do that. I wish I could do it all myself, but I don't have a place to do it, so. And I don't have all the tools I need. Well, see, this did not trip this light, so I've sat through 2 of these now. So unless a car comes up behind me and wants to turn, I'm going to get in this other lane and just go straight, because this is not doing what I want it to do. Dang it. Let me pause this for a second. I think I can't imagine sitting here at a light you enjoying any of that. So I'm going to go this way. I'm not going to wait for that light any longer. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Make a little turn here. Here comes a bunch of cars. Make a little turn here. You're going to get on the highway for a second. Take it nice and easy. I want a 6th gear, see? I reached for it, but it is not there. But that's all right. Right here. Coming up, I think. Yeah. Ah, somebody turning this way, so I'm going to turn right like this. Ooh, get across the road. Speed limit 25. Okay. Won't make much sense, 25 on the back road. But who am I to question why? I smell cows or horses somewhere. Man, manure city. The only thing I don't like about these beautiful little back roads is, boy, the bugs are terrible. They'll beat your butt up. And I usually catch 1 or 2 right in the visor. Need to put I've got a windscreen, if you're from England, on, you can see the mounts right there, I took it off because I thought it was tall enough. I can't remember, it's 17, 18 inches, but it is not. It just is at the height where the wind just buffets my head. It just barely clips the top of my helmet, but it vibrates it enough to make your vision go blurry, so I've taken it off. In town probably wouldn't be too bad, but on the highway it's just, yeah, and that's where you want it anyways, on the highway, so. been real rainy here. I mean, this is the first nice day that we've had in a long time. We've got this oodles of rain. I know the farmers love it, but I'm getting a little sick of it. You get a lot of washout here. You got to watch this gravel. Look at all this gravel on the road. I usually see a couple deer through here. I don't want to see them too close though. It's the middle of the day, so hopefully they're not moving much. I have come so close to hitting deer. I mean, I have literally come within a foot of hitting them. You know, it's something to get your heart going. Especially if you're doing 40, 50, 60 miles an hour. It's an experience. Zoning out again, folks. Just zoning out again. When the mic goes dead, you can say, "Oh, the dragon is zoned." This plays havoc on cameras going through like this, especially the drift, the exposure, just over, under, over, under, over, under. But it is what it is. I love it. Well, coming back by that Yamaha dealer. We might just turn in there and make a loop through their parking lot and just look and see what they got sitting there. Let them give me the evil eye and have 10 salesmen run out. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's anything that I hate worse than pulling in someplace and you're just looking around and you got guys just on you like flies. You think you crapped your pants or something. Boy, there's what I want right there, a street glide. Let's just take a look real quick. What do you think? Oh, some nice bikes. Boulevard. Suzuki, I believe. S50. There's a V-Star, Yamaha, made by Yamaha. I love Yamahas. So riding that old Maxim. And let's see what else I got. Norge. Moto Guzzi. Doing all right. Just looking around. Actually, I drive that old 32-year-old XJ650 Maxim there.
Maxim?
Yep. XJ650.
You about got that thing depreciated out.
You think so?
I think.
Yeah. When I'm not on it, I'm on my Harley. But Yamahas have always been my first love. I've had them since I was 17. Oh, I don't think I can upgrade from my Harley here. Maybe. No, not really. I just come by all the time. My wife and I judge her chili contests all the time.
Sweet.
So I stopped by here, and today I just happened to be.
Now you got me hungry. I started thinking.
Well, you guys make some good chili. You guys got guys that can cook.
Yeah,
I think I voted for the. Yeah, I think I voted for the same guy the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, Kurt won it last year. Rightly so. He used to be a chef.
Ah, okay.
He's kind of got a leg up on the rest of the guys.
I hear you. We have some beautiful bikes.
Our used bike selection is pretty good considering it's June. Normally, by June, we're sold down to where there's nothing left.
Right, the weather
But we
dictates
have
that.
for a lot more bikes, so we got some nice stuff.
You really do.
I
No.
got a really nice, I don't know what the hell it is, V-Star 950. That's kind of a friend maker. It's piped up, low miles, belonged to a guy in Loch Lloyd. The guys might have sold that yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Didn't know about it. Still not happening.
You better hope it was sold if it's not here. Oh, I don't know if I've, like I said, I've had Yamahas all my life till I bought a Harley a couple of years ago, and started out in 1968 with a Yamaha.
This is a neat old bike if you know any guys that want to buy a Harley. That's a 92 Fat Boy.
Uh-huh.
And this bike belonged to a gentleman right up the street. He's had it for, oh man, years.
It is very pretty.
But the teal and cream this was a real collectible kind of bike. And it's clean and dealer maintained.
Is that the 96 cubic inch engine on that?
No, it's an 80.
It's an 80 because of the age. That's right.
Yeah, that's an 80 cubic motor. He had the heads flowed and did a little bit of work on it, but pretty much stopped. But it runs and rides nice. It's a neat bike for the.
It does. I've been on the new Fat Boy over at Gale's a couple times, and just test drove a. You got it right out there. That's a Super Glide. Sitting out there with the black one with the double pipes on it. I believe that's a 90.
That's Dave's bike.
It's a 96 cubic inch Super Glide, and I almost bought one about a month ago like that. Love them, but they're discontinuing the Super Glide.
If you like that bike, you ought to ride that bike.
What is that? A V-Star?
No, that's a road liner. That's a 1900, 113 cubic inch aluminum.